I am Leisha McKinley-Beach, National HIV Consultant, and today we observe National Women and Girls Day. Now, this year's theme for me is Women and PrEP. I'm oftentimes asked if there is a personal reason for my commitment to PrEP, and the answer is yes. A few years ago, I had a dream about a nurse that many of us are familiar with, Miss Eunice Rivers. She was the nurse in the government syphilis study that happened in Tuskegee, Alabama. And in this dream, I saw Miss Rivers with a medical bag, and she was walking swiftly past what appeared to be thousands and thousands of Black men in this open field. And I was yelling at her, "Don't you see? These men need your help. You've got the tools, you've got the resources. Please do something." And when I was finally able to catch up with Miss Rivers and I saw her face to face, now it was no longer her face, but it was my very own looking back at me. And when I removed the hats of the individuals I thought were men, I saw that they were Black women. And so I knew that there was a calling, there was a purpose and a role for me to play in the utilization, awareness, and access of PrEP for Black women. Today, I'm grateful for a few milestones that's happening for women in PrEP. One of which is the partnership of the Georgia HIV STD Hotline, Aid Atlanta, and the Atlanta Black Women Leaders on PrEP. We've launched a marketing series as phase one that's a postcard that looks at empowering messages, diverse images of Black women, all in promotion of PrEP awareness. Today, this toolkit has been shared throughout all the health districts in Georgia as a resource so individuals will know how to contact the Georgia HIV hotline and find out information both about oral PrEP and injectable PrEP. I also want to give a shout out to Grady Hospital for their continued efforts around their Women and PrEP campaign. Also today, I am speaking for the University of Miami AIDS Education and Training Center about women's initiatives through the HIV movement. And this isn't just about PrEP. Of course, you can't talk about women's initiatives without talking about the Positive Women's Network. And of course, one of Florida's very own Sisters Organizing to Survive, which is also getting its facelift this year as well. I am also going to honor 5 women that I have seen have amazing contributions to our efforts for women and PrEP throughout this past year since our last National Women and Girls HIV Awareness Day. And I'm not going to call them out here. I'm going to ask you to visit my social media or my website, leisha.org, to read more about them. But there is one that I must acknowledge, and that's Miss Rochelle Rich. Rochelle was the women's coordinator for the Georgia Department of Public Health up until Thursday, 2 days ago, as she has transitioned on to bigger and better things. but I just wanted to thank Rochelle publicly, because had it not been for her coordination of this project, we would not be talking about the Georgia Hotline series for PrEP and women. There is an ask, though, of everyone under the sound of my voice on today. We know that there is one commercial, one mainstream commercial that's being aired on cable television at this moment as it relates to PrEP. And although it is about one medication, it also speaks to the fact that this medication is not for individuals assigned female at birth. Now, because it is the only mainstream commercial, there are women who now believe that PrEP isn't for them because of what they see on television. And so it means that we're going to have to take a much greater grassroots approach. And so I'm asking you today, share the information that is available about PrEP and women, not just the Georgia HIV hotline information. There's information from CDC, the Ready Set PrEP campaign, several of our pharmaceutical companies. Make sure that women in your family, your community, and your network are informed and aware that PrEP is also for them. Attend any webinars, any workshops, both in person and virtually, that might be about PrEP, so that you can learn more and become empowered about sharing that information with others. And finally, I'm asking that you have a conversation with your primary care providers, with your gynecologist, with your specialty doctors, because we know that when we are talking about PrEP for women, it has to go beyond the building of PrEP clinics, and it has to be included in our general overall primary health care system. And the final message is this month, ViiV is releasing a campaign series titled From Risk to Reasons, ensuring that women know that as we are talking about PrEP assessments, it gives us reasons to acknowledge that we might need PrEP as a part of our prevention strategy, or maybe not at this time, but whenever the time comes, that you know that it is available for you. And I'm also honored to be a part of that campaign series as well. Do something today, have a conversation today, to ensure that we are uplifting and raising awareness about PrEP and women. Thank you so much.